Let's talk about something that we all deal with but rarely discuss: sweating on camera. Whether you're filming in a stuffy room, under those blazing hot studio lights, or just feeling the pressure of delivering your best performance, sweating can happen to any of us. And while it might seem like a small thing, it can actually have a bigger impact on your video's performance than you might think. Why does sweating matter? Okay, so first things first. Why does sweating on camera even matter? Let's break it down. Perception. Are you nervous or just human? Imagine you're watching a video and the person on screen is visibly sweating. What's your first thought? They must be nervous, right? It's natural to assume that sweat equals nerves, and nerves can sometimes be interpreted as a lack of confidence. This might make some viewers question your authority on the topic or, worse, make them feel uneasy. But hold up, it's not all bad. In some cases, a little bit of nervousness can actually make you seem more relatable. We've all been there, right? Maybe you're sharing something super important or personal, and the stakes feel high. If your audience can see that you care enough to get a little sweaty, they might connect with you more on a human level. Audience engagement, the fine line between authentic and distracting. Here's the thing: sweating can be distracting. If your audience is more focused on the beads of sweat on your forehead than on the amazing content you're delivering, that's a problem. They might miss out on your message because they're too busy wondering if you're okay or why the room looks so hot. On the flip side, if your content is all about being raw, real, and unscripted, a little sweat might actually work in your favor. It shows you're genuinely invested in what you're saying. So, it really depends on your content style and how you want to present yourself. Professionalism, keeping it cool versus keeping it real. If you're running a channel with high production values, visible sweat can clash with that polished, professional vibe you're aiming for. Think about it. People expect a certain level of quality, and anything that detracts from that can lower their overall experience. But let's not forget about the niches where sweating is pretty much expected. If you're doing fitness videos, outdoor challenges, or anything physically demanding, sweat is just part of the package. In these cases, it can even add to your credibility. Your viewers know you're putting in the work, and they're right there with you, pushing through the burn. What can you do about it? So, now that we've established that sweating on camera isn't inherently good or bad, let's talk about what you can do to manage it, or even turn it into a positive. Control your environment. This might seem like a no-brainer, but it's worth mentioning. If you're filming in a room that's too warm, you're setting yourself up for a sweat fest. Keep your filming space cool, and if possible, adjust the lighting so it's not adding extra heat. Wear breathable clothing, stay hydrated, and if you're really prone to sweating, consider using some antiperspirant or setting powder to keep the shine under control. Address it head-on. Sometimes the best way to deal with sweat is to just acknowledge it. If you're starting to feel self-conscious about it, make a quick joke or comment to break the tension. Something like, "Wow, I didn't realize this topic would get me sweating," can make you more relatable and even endear you to your audience. It turns what could be a distraction into a shared moment between you and your viewers. Edit smartly. If you're sweating more than you'd like, some of it can be toned down in post-production. A little touch-up here and there can reduce the appearance of sweat without making you look over-edited. But remember, editing can only do so much. It's better to manage it during filming whenever you can. What does your audience expect? At the end of the day, it all comes down to your audience and what they expect from you. If they're used to polished, high-quality videos, visible sweat might not align with their expectations. But if they're here for the real unfiltered you, they might not mind, or even notice, a little perspiration. Context is key. In high-stress or high-energy videos, sweating might be completely normal and expected. In a fitness video, for example, it's a badge of honor. But in a calm, instructional video, it might be more distracting. So think about your content, your audience, and the message you're trying to convey. Sometimes being a little rough around the edges is what makes your content stand out. Wrapping it up. Don't sweat it. Pun intended. Here's the bottom line. Don't stress too much about sweating on camera. Yes, it can have an impact, but it's not the end of the world. With the right preparation, a little awareness, and maybe some humor, you can turn it into just another part of your unique on-screen presence. Your audience is there for you, sweat and all. Embrace the moments that make you real, because that's what will keep them coming back. So next time you're setting up to film, take a deep breath, maybe crank up the AC, and remember that a little sweat is just part of the journey. Keep creating, stay cool, and most importantly, stay you. Catch you in the next video. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring and heartfelt content. Stay tuned for more stories that uplift and inspire. Your support helps us continue sharing these meaningful stories. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next story.